live chat. Today we're going to talk about how to show value with your brand. Let's see if I can pull it up over here. We're going to talk about how to show value with your brand, because I get a lot of questions about that. How to show value, how to show value, how to show value. So today that's what we're going to talk about. Give me a second because I can't see questions or nothing. I am the blind leading the blind today. Let's see if it showed over here. See, it's still showing that I'm offline over here. That's weird. But I show 20 people. 20 people are watching so far. So if I'm not streaming here, where am I streaming at, fam? Let's go to the channel. So give me a second. Cause I'm just blind right now. All right. Boom, here we go. All right, we good to go. Even I gotta watch a commercial. Even I gotta watch a commercial to get to my live stream. Cause it's not showing me from the it's not showing my live stream from the live control panel. That's weird. That's YouTube for you, fam. That's what I go through. Just so y'all can know what I go through to bring it. How we sounding? Hope we sounding good. In case y'all forgot my name, because it's been a minute. Good looking out, FlashFilm, on the super chat. I see you, buddy. Good looking out on the super chat. Somebody said it felt like it's been forever. Welcome back. Yes, sir. I am back. Let me try one more time to see if I can pull it up from the back end over here to see if I can see what's going on real quick. I just want to make sure we sounding good, make sure we looking good. You know what? This thing just will not. We're going to try. Okay. Okay, here we go. We're good. Okay. Sound good. Make sure we look good. Make sure we all, nobody can get to a barber, so I'm just out here looking like a wildebeest. I'm just happy that y'all accept me for who I am. As this wildebeest dude that's just passing all of this content and all of this information, and y'all just, drink of the day. I'm glad you brought that up. FlashFilm. That's how I know you're a regular. I like this guy. So drink of the day, what we're rocking today, is the Minute Maid fruit punch here. That's what we're rocking today. It's been brought to you by no sponsor. Nobody sponsors me. I'm not that big yet. But yeah, so that's pretty much who has sponsored this video. We're not sponsored by Dr. Pepper today. Somebody said get the baby oil. We ain't ready for the baby oil yet. We ain't this whole idea of a summer body is a wrap. This year we're gonna postpone that to 2021, where we can rock the baby oil. But today we're not gonna rock the baby oil. Not today. We're gonna pass up on that. We're gonna pass up on the baby oil. So we'll give people a little time to pop in. Right now I'm showing that we got my stats on the YouTube side are terrible today. Like, it's not showing me what I need to see. Let me see. Let me view it on the watch. I'm trying to get back to the control room so that I can see what I need to see, and it ain't showing me what I need to see. That's YouTube for you. All right, we'll give it a second, and then we're gonna get right into it. Real quick, what have you guys been doing? Who's made updates to your website during this this downtime? Who's made the website updates? That's what I need to know. Who's doing that? Who's making the changes? That's what we need to understand who's done what. Post the changes you've made below. Let me see if anybody has taken advantage of this downtime. If you're not working, if you can breathe a little bit, you got some time. Let's see what you guys are doing. Or not, you don't have to post links, but just let's talk about what you guys are doing to your pages before we get into showing value. And just different ways to show value, because it's important that you understand all of the ways to show value and what you could be doing wrong. The reason I had a conversation about a video that I was working on, as well as I had a consultant call that kind of hit it right on the head as to what a lot of people are doing to show value, and it's not. It's working against you in ways people are trying to show value, and how it's working against you. So I want to kind of help you guys. I kind of want to help you guys with that today. I want to help you guys have a better understanding of why it's important to show value, why it not only needs to be a part of your brand and your website, but how it also needs to be a part of your sales pitch. RC Ross said updating SEO, building a website, but the whole damn business in his downtime. That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, so we got a few people in the room. I think we got, I can't see on my end. It said a few of y'all. Say a few of y'all in here. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Let me get back to my info screen because what's the name is just, YouTube is like, nah, bruh. I ain't showing you nothing today. Let's dismiss that and let's go right into the stream if we possibly, nope, YouTube is like, nah, bruh. So we're just gonna stick with what we got. Okay. I'm just gonna stick in the regular room. We got some new graphics for y'all today. We got some real. We got some new graphics. I ain't been just sleeping. I've been working a little bit. So just a little new graphics. Just if you on the big screen, this is gonna make a difference. All my members, please clap real quick. All my members, while we at it, I need you to go ahead and represent because y'all been very patient. So go ahead and represent real quick, and let's talk about. What's up, Trinidad? I see Trinidad in the house. Let's talk about showing value. Like, what is value, right? So first of all, you got to ask yourself, what is value? How do your understanding of value help you sell more pictures or help you sell more video? It's something that a lot of people who don't want to get started or don't want to get their hands dirty in the business side of things, they don't want to think about this. They don't want to focus on this. They just want to sell you a video and not think about what you do with it. Just call me when you need it or you need a picture. That's all I care about is I just want to show up and take pictures. And remember when I said 6 people to avoid, that's that really artsy guy who don't want to think about what does this content mean for you? Like, what does it do for you? What this content may, you may just be paying for somebody to take a picture just to look at every day. And portrait photography is that, right? There isn't a lot of value in portrait photography outside of showing just showing the progression in life of your kids. Here's a picture when they're 4, they'll never be 4 again. Take good pictures of it. And that's all you got. So value is something that you really have to learn as you move to the B2B sector, like as you move to business, you know what I'm saying? I wish I could see my dashboard live because there's a huge delay. So forgive me if I don't answer questions with the quickness. It's about I want to say a 20-second delay, maybe a little more, but definitely a delay. I'm definitely getting a major delay. So, you know, I can't see the questions as fast as I want to, but it's all good. So again, when you start doing B2B, right, you start picking out who your niche is, who you want to work with. Showing value is important. Now, if you can show value on the wedding side, if you can show value on the portrait photography side, perfect. You know, showing value for professional headshots is a lot easier than showing value on personal headshots because people who are buying professional headshots are doing so to achieve something. They're trying to get something, a job, an acting role. They're trying to achieve something. So if I can get you closer to whatever you're trying to achieve, then I've done a great job. I've helped you. I've showed value. If I can get you close to that. So my job, and that's the solution, that's the problem, right? I've identified the problem. You want to get a job, your old headshot is trash money, taking over for the 99 and the 2000, and you want to upgrade that. You want, you know, a better image of yourself so that you can appeal to more. So our goal or our solution to your problem is to create content or images that will help you do just that. So that's what's so important with, you know, with that. That's the problem that we're solving. That's the big problem. So let's talk about, again, value, and the definition of value and what we do in content creation is the financial benefit that you get based on the price for the solution, right? What's the benefit for the solution? Like, that's why I tell you to don't go in there and just be a drug dealer. Don't just go in there and throw them a dime bag or whatever. Be a doctor. Find out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if your back hurt, right? What does it cost you to make your back not hurt, right? If I say, well, with your back being hurt, you can't really work effectively. You're missing 10 days of work. That 10 days of work will cost you, just easy on numbers, $1,000. Does it benefit you to spend $200 to fix your back so that you could go back to work and make your $1,000? That's an $800 profit. Hell yeah, let's go. If I got to spend $200 to go make $800, I'm going to spend it in a heartbeat. And a lot of times what you guys do is you don't proposition your ability to create content in that manner. And all you can do is price shop or price negotiate, right? If your client is fighting you for price, then you haven't done a good job of showing value. And today I'm gonna kind of break down what you need to know to show value, right? Show value. You want to be able to solve problems. And a lot of people just mind is blown when I tell them, like, yo, stop throwing drugs at people. Stop showing up and being like, we do this here, and talk to them and learn about what their pain points are. Because I guarantee you, if you find what hurt them to the core and you provide a solution that yields results that are more than what they're going to pay you, they will pay you whatever you ask for. If I call you up right now and tell you, if you bring me, I can guarantee you that if you bring me $50,000 cash, I will give you $1 million. You will be out carjacking people to get that money. You will be standing by the ATM with your Corona mask on, just waiting for old ladies to bring me that 50,000. You wouldn't even, if you knew without a shadow of a doubt, I was literally going to hand you a suitcase with $1 million in it. Your mama will be looking for a wedding ring. I guarantee you. And you'll be like, look, bro, we'll figure it out. I'll buy you a bigger one, ma. Sorry. So, you got to make sure that you offer, a proposition. You got to offer the correct solution, right? For crackheads, and people love it when you go drugs on them. For crackheads, it's a high that they can't achieve on their own, right? That's their problem. Their problem is they want to leave the planet and fly in the clouds, and a Red Bull ain't enough. They want more. Your solution is drugs. Here's some drugs that's cheap that will take you to Mars and back. And there you go. So as a content creator, you want to make sure that you offer value. You want to make sure that that's what you're about, providing a solution that offers value. Now, let's talk about some ways to show value, right? Let's talk about just some ways to show value. I like what's called value proposition statements, right? That's the statement that I had you guys come up with on your website a few videos ago to talk about, what do your business offer? Remember, I had you guys break down what is your value proposition? What is your company statement? Inside your company statement, you need to add your value proposition. You need to mix it all together. It need to be one. So it's a single statement that explains the value of a business. And you want it to provide a clear path to their return on investment, right? You want it to say what you get from me, right? So I'm going to break down mine, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about, why mine work, right? And you don't want to be feature rich. You don't want to pop a bunch of features. This car got anti-track stability control. You're like, what is that? Quad double engine with the double brake overhead cam. People are like, what? You want to say this car goes fast, 0 to 60 and whatever. It has the ability to stop at 60 mile an hour and 20 feet instead of 80 feet like our competitor. You want to make sure that people understand the benefits, not the features. So again, my value proposition is discover new ways to increase client engagement using digital content designed to get results. Your value statement, right? Your value statement needs to cover 3 things. What do you do? Who do you do it for? And how you do it differently, right? Very important. What do you do? Like, what do? I increase client engagement. That's what I do, period. I increase client engagement. That's what I do. Who do I do it for? Those who want to get results. So probably you, client. You're the one I do it for. And what's different about how I do it? What separates me from the other 4 guys that you're looking at right now is the fact that we use digital content that's designed to get results. Our competitors just create digital content. Their digital content isn't designed to get results. It's just designed to be what you want at the end of the day. And that's not designed to get results. So we work hard to make sure we create content that's designed to get results. Now, there's a lot of ways we have the experience to do that because we live within our niche. We work with clients like you all the time. We see what works and what don't work. And we live in the area where we know what works because this is what we do and this is all we do. We don't do everything. I'm not doing a birthday party and then coming into your business telling you how you should shoot video to increase client engagement when you just seen me the other day chasing kids around a birthday party. That doesn't show that I know what I'm talking about. That's why I always preach, get your niche. Make sure you get that niche popping, because if your niche is popping, then people trust you and you build a reputation and you have the experience. You're going to learn a lot about what works and what does not work within your niche, right? You're going to know what works. 3, 4, 5 in. It's just like a mechanic who see the same type of car you got. When you bring your car in and it's ticking and popping, they know, oh yeah, this cable right here, it breaks every time on these shifters. It's not your transmission. It's your shifting cable. We see them all the time on this whatever, Toyota truck. We see all this what is this, a 2018? Yeah, these break all the time. We just fix it out. I know what it's going to be. You want to approach your client with that level of expertise when you talk about their industry. You can't do that if you do everything, right? You cannot do that if you do everything. Later in the video, I'm going to tell you about when you talk to a client, right? You got them on the phone. There's a feeling you want to leave them feeling. And I'm going to tell you about something that you can do. And if you can make your client say these words to you, you will close the deal. But we're going to talk about that a little later. I promise you. So let's move on to, what's next, right? When it comes to showing value, right? You want to talk about when it comes to showing value, you want to kind of address how your product or service solves or improve their problems. You got to help them with their problems, right? You got to help them with their problems. You can't go in and pitch a video that ain't got nothing to do with what they're talking about. If they're doing training videos, find out who they're trying to train. Why did they decide to go to video? What hasn't worked in the past? A lot of y'all shoot videos for clients or shoot images for clients, and you don't ask what hasn't happened in the past or what hasn't worked in the past. And then you replicate it and they like, oh, okay. Well, all right, we're going to pay you because you did it, but we're not calling you back because you didn't solve our problem. You did what the last guy did. So sometimes you got to ask, what have you guys tried in the past and what led you to video? It's very important. And you got to talk about what benefits can a client expect, right? Saying that you got anti-lock brakes don't matter to the client, but the benefit is we have technology to help you stop faster or help you stop in bad conditions. Anti-lock brakes vibrate the tires or turn the tires in a way to allow you new tread to enter the touching point between the tire and the ground. That feature allows you to stop your car 20% in a shorter distance or a distance that's 20% shorter than if your tire is just locked up and you just skid it. So that's the benefit to you. The benefit is a shorter stopping distance. That's the benefit to you. The feature is anti-lock brakes. So talk a little bit more about the benefits they are to expect from this video. Hey, if we do this video in multi-languages, your clients or your employees who are looking at this training video that speak a different language, they don't have to get lost in the translation or don't have an understanding of what you're trying to teach because of the language barrier. So let's shoot it in a way where it's a complete voiceover video and let's provide multiple languages. Those are things that you got to go to clients and make them think about that they may not have thought about. And the second one is why should they buy it from you, right? Why should they buy it from you, guys? I tell you all the time, Your niche is very important. The minute you lock it down and you live in that area, you live in that space, you'll become smarter in that space and you'll have the ability to do more. They should buy from you because you're a subject matter expert, right? You are a subject matter expert and you do this all day, every day. And this is what you do. In fact, you have examples of things you've done for clients that are similar to them that you can talk about. And we're going to get to that in a minute. Somebody said, what's that? Flying Ryan said, I just did a voiceover for a roofer. Voiceovers can be done on Fiverr for dirt cheap. If you are voice talent, I feel sorry for you because Fiverr is just killing the game right now. So let's talk about what to do when you walk in there with a client. You're talking to the client. You get the client on the phone. What do? The first thing you want to do is you want to establish what the problem is. Don't let them come to you and say, I need a video, because that's what they're going to say. I need photos. We need pictures of some products. What is the problem, right? The problem could be something simple. We just unleashed a new product. We want to get it out on our website. We want to get it on Amazon and eBay so that we can sell the product. Okay, knowing that as a product photographer, I know that eBay, Amazon may have different standards compared to their website. And I would even try to get with their web designer to see what resolution he need them in. I've worked with clients that wanted landscape images. All of the images were landscape. They were 800 by 300. And no matter what, they wanted a white background, 800 by 300. And that was just weird. But the way they designed it, it helped them out a lot. So it was something that by me understanding what their problem is, I can offer a unique solution because I took the time to learn about what it is they needed help with and not just know I need pictures. Okay. Because clients may not think that deep into it. But that's, like I said, remember I told you we're going to talk about at the end, if you can leave clients feeling this way, you're going to get them every time. So you want to establish what the problem is. You want to make that problem vivid. Like you want to bring that to life. So you're saying that the problem is you have a new recipe and the people at the restaurants are messing up the recipe because they don't take the time to read the book because nobody wants to read it anyway. They just skim through it and they pass it on to the new people and the new people pass it on to new people and nobody gets the recipe right. So instead of them reading the book, you want to create a short video for them to watch so that it's uniform, so that everybody in the company understands how to make this salad correctly. Is that what you're telling me? You're having a problem where salads aren't being prepared correctly because they aren't learning right. And there's a language barrier sometimes. And let them say yes. Perfect. So now you know what solution to offer. You know that we need to create some content based around training people. Now I know what the problem is. We pointed out what the problem is. Yeah, you need a training video, but the truth is you really need people to make salads correctly in your restaurant. That's what you need. And me taking the time to understand this, really, it allows me to offer a solution. But sometimes a lot of content creators don't ask questions like that. Like they don't care to know. They just like, what you need me to do? Film somebody making a salad? Cool. You need me to point the camera? You need me to zoom in at the lettuce? Cool, I got it. They don't take the time to really focus on the issue. They're just cameramen. And those guys are gone. They're out of here. Their days are numbered. They're not going to make it. Look at me. Look at me, camera guy. You're not going to make it, bro. You may want to pawn your camera and go get into something else. Because if you're not solving a problem, you're not going to make it. It is what it is. Okay, so let's look at number 2, right? The solution, right? Don't just talk features. Don't show up and be like, yo, we shooting 4K. We got red. We got the new Black Magic. They got dual native IS. They don't care about that, bro. They don't care about that. They care about the benefit. We're not using DSLRs or we're using mirrorless or we're using this or that. We're going to shoot your training video in the highest of quality. We're going to shoot it in 4K so that we can deliver a great 1080p image to you, or we can deliver it to you in 4K to future-proof it if that's what you want. Charge more. If that's what you need and that's what you want. They may say, hey, we're streaming our video from our server. I don't want to stream 4K footage because we got to pay for that. We got to pay for that bandwidth. So knowing that you are streaming from your server, I may say, hey, we should probably stream a 720p video source. Most people won't notice the difference. In fact, if you're saying that a majority of your viewers, your visitors are on mobile devices, 720p is perfect because it'll stream fast. It'll take up less bandwidth. See, I'm offering solutions to their problems, and we haven't even got to the problem of the training video, but throughout this process, I'm offering solutions. Again, I'm just loading the box. I'm loading it up. Compared to my man's, it's like, yeah, we can shoot it 350 when I'm loading the box. So it's just a process. So we want to talk benefits. We want to talk some of the features, but the benefits of these features. Don't just give them a ton of features. Hey, we're shooting this in 4K, and this is the reason why we're shooting it in 4K. This is the benefit to you. So we can offer it in any resolution below that and still have great quality. So that's something you want to think about. Make sure you focus on the benefit. Hey, if you guys are starting a IG campaign, we can shoot it in portrait or landscape. If this is just for IG and that's, you want to reach people on Instagram, let's shoot it in portrait format for phones. If this is a advertising that will only be on Snapchat, let's shoot it in portrait. Let's do things based on what you're trying to do. And by me understanding what your problem is, I can offer these features and benefits. So again, step 2 is understanding the solution. Step 1 is establish the problem. Step 2, understand the solution. Got to understand the solution. Step 3 is you want to offer value with your result, right? What's the result of this, right? What are you getting out of it? Always want to add value in the result, right? So you want to kind of get the value driver. And the way to do this, I'm going to tell you this little trick. I'm going to tell you this little thing you want to kind of pull and push and pull and push. Depending on who your client is, right? If you know what they're spending per client or what they're making per client. So let's say somebody said I think it was Flying Ryan said he was working with roofers, right? Man, what does it cost to install? What do you guys make off doing a roof job? Oh, we make about $20,000. Let's say $10,000 just for numbers reasons. Detroit Public Schools over here. I don't got a calculator right now. So let's just do 10 grand just to make it easy. All right. And the client is asking for a promo video. Clients say, I want a promo video. I want a video to explain what we do. Right. And we all know, everybody here knows that content on a website will help increase engagement by 50 to 70%. We all know that. So if a client tell me, well, let's just watch the math here. Pay attention to this trick because it works a lot. If a client is telling me, and just for numbers, I get about 100 people on my website per month. Out of that 100 people, 10 of them call me for leads. Out of that 10, I may turn, let's say just for numbers, 1 into a client. So 1 out of every 10 call he gets is a client. I know roofs are about 50 to 70 brand new. In this area, in my area, I know they're like 120 to 200. It's something crazy. But let's just stick with easy numbers. Easy numbers to make it easy. Detroit Public Schools, I told y'all, these get degrees. Just remember that. So understanding that they're getting 100 people to their website a month and they're only getting 20% to call. They're getting 20 people to call at 100. And understanding that video or photos, content itself, especially video, increase client engagement by 70%. You can go look these numbers up. You can find them anywhere. And them numbers are old. Them like 2018 numbers. So it's probably higher, right? If you present that information in front of the client, which is on all of my proposals, if you present that information to the client that we're going to be able to increase your client engagement by 70 to 80%, just the idea of doubling their client, just to take them from getting, instead of 20 people on their website to contact them 40 people on their website. And out of them 40, they get 20 calls instead of just getting 10 calls, and they can close just 1 additional sale per month. That means you're going to make an extra $20,000 a month off a video that won't cost you $20,000. There's my value proposition right there, right? There's my value proposition. That means, and it's just bare minimum. That almost means, I'm going to be honest with you. For me, the sales guy I am, that tells me that your budget In my mind, I can probably go as high as 20 grand on a video with you. Because all I got to do is bring you one client to make that money back. For you to make that money back. One client, one time. On a video that's going to be on your website forever. All I got to do is bring you back one client, one time to make that $20,000 pay for itself. A lot of times when you guys are working with people and you're trying to figure budgets and all of that, you can find their budget out simply by finding out what is their revenue? Like, what are they taking home? What is their profit? They'll tell you that because people like to brag on it. They like to, we did the 300,000 last month, and they love to talk about that. All business owners do. It's just a way of showing their ability. It's just like flexing, right? It's the same difference as guys in the gym in the mirror just flexing, just veins popping out. You ever ask somebody, some strong guy for direction? He's like, go that way, and then go that way, and then you may want to go back. You'd be like, bruh, just nod, bruh. Ain't nobody here flexing, bruh. You want to just take it, and then you can go anyway. I'm like, bruh, chill with all that, bruh. We know you in the gym, bro. We know you pick stuff up and put stuff down, and then pick stuff up and put stuff down. We know what you're doing. But sell value, right? Show the value. Sometimes you got to break it down for people. Show the value. That's something you definitely want to do. You want to make sure you show value, and you want to make sure you look at what they make per client and find ways to, even if it's, let's go back to the salad analogy, right? They want to get a training video so they can sell more salads, so people can make salads correctly and sell more salads, right? What happens if we can train more people to sell more salads? What is your profit on the salad? How many salads are you selling now? Are they coming back? Are they being returned? Well, what if we can take them? What if we can make people make salads that are so good that you sell more, or they bring customers back to get that same salad? There's plenty of ways you can use that formula in different types of creating, in different types of industries. Anytime you do B2B, anytime somebody makes a profit off of the content you provide, you can use that formula. So keep that in mind. Fun Film say, Ty pulling up in a white van asking for direct. Nah, not me. I got GPS. But I got some people that's just swole. Just, you go that way and then you turn around and go that way. I'm like, bruh, you have to take your shirt off to tell her the directions we can see it from here. The Dairy Queen is right there, bro. We see it from here. Bro took his whole shirt off to tell her the directions. I'm like, bruh, what are you doing? Anyway, chubby guys, we jealous. Anyway, my skinny days is behind me. I gave that to the military. I told everybody when I got out of the military, I want to do 3 things. I want to eat good, grow a beard, and make some money. And I'm good. Where was I at? Okay. So the goal is to use that to step, 3 is solving that problem, showing the results. Now, there's a 4th step in here, right? Hope y'all got each step down. There's a 4th step that y'all never do. A lot of people never do, right? I'm gonna tell you. This is a little bit of the icing on the cake, right? Y'all listening? Come close to your phone. Come a little closer to your screen real quick. Just a little close. Don't be scared of me. I ain't gonna bite you. All right, listen. After you provide that value, after you talk to them about, how you gonna fix their problem, after you talk to them about that solution, I want you to tell a story that take everything that you said and that story encompasses all of that. Hey, one time we helped this other company. They had this amount of leads starting off. They wanted to create a promo video, in which we did. Their leads went from this to this, and that extra 10 people we brought in made them another $100,000 a month. Now we do videos for them all the time, right? What I tell you, facts tell, stories sell. So you want to give a case study. You want to talk to them about, how you've done this for a previous client and it's worked. Okay. Hey, Ty, I never did this for a client before. I don't know what to tell them. Remember those 3 people I told you to shoot for free? Reach back to them. How has those videos helped you? How has those videos helped your business or increased contacts and calls, right? Those are things they're going to probably know. If not, Let's look at statistics. Go get general statistics for your industry or industry closer. You can find a ton of statistics on how video help increase engagement. Then that's your main story starting off with. Hey, statistics show that when people come to your website, they're more likely to buy if they watch a video. In fact, last year, companies increased their overall revenue by 80%. Companies that added video increased their overall revenue by 80% simply by adding video. But not only are we going to add a video, we're going to add a dope video, because I am dope and this is what I do. Somebody said, waiting on Luther Vandross. She said, Andre, I think I missed your first part of your question. So that is something to think about. So you want to have some type of example or story, right? If you find yourself competing on price, if they're talking about, well, the price, you failed at showing value. Really simple. It's an on or off switch, yes or no switch, right? If you can show value, again, if I show you how to flip $50 into $500, you'll spend $400 with me. You will. You wouldn't even think twice about it. So you need to make your customers feel like they're flipping money. Period. You need to make them confident in the flip. That's some good drug talk for you. You know, it's just something you gotta think about. You gotta go into there with the mindset. If somebody asks you what's the price of a music video, and you yell out the price, you fail because you didn't show no value. You can only compete with being cheap. Whenever nobody, never, ever, 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 two more evers coming, ever blurt out a price, right? Because you're not solving a problem. If somebody asks you a price, do not blurt out a price. So think about that. Real quick. I feel you, Vic. It's all good. I'm going to be here for you. I studied business in public schools, and I went to debt because it was general. FlashFilm Academy teaching us business specific to videographers, which is what I want and what I'm looking for. That's what's up. Niche. Yes, you guys are my niche. Do you have any advice for, so real estate video? Like how would I show value in real estate video? Well, let's first start off by statistically houses with videos sell faster, right? They probably sell for more. I've seen some stats on real estate content creation. You may have to look it up, but I'm sure it's out there about how much faster houses sell and how much more houses sell with not just a video, but great video, great content, you know. So you want to make the house look as high end as possible. So it's just about understanding what those stats are. When it comes to music videos are the same. Nothing get more views on YouTube than music videos, right? Having a cheap music video make your story about being a drug lord rap god less believable because you cut corners on your music video and your music video look like trash money. Don't nobody believe that you doing all of this. You know, I've seen, man, you know what makes me mad is to see cats who spend money to rent like Bentleys and Lamborghinis for their music video, and the video production is trash. It's a dumpster fire, right? That is just backwards. And they're rapping about money, and it ain't even color. It ain't even like the white balance is off. So trust me, with music videos, there's ways to show value, right? You want a music video to help an artist look like he's an established artist, like he's doing shows, like he's ready to do shows, that he can put on, you want to make him look like he can put on a performance, not a music video to look like everybody else. With music, everybody and their mama doing it. How can you make yourself stand out and be different? Spending money on a music video or having a quality music video is the way. So, something you got to think about. So if someone asks me what's my price, the way I respond is, listen, I'm going to give you a trick. Boom, here go a trick. This trick is going to be worth the video, right? Somebody say, yo, what's the price for a commercial? Where we shooting it at? Mount Everest, Mars, California, Nevada. How many locations? Do we need cars and trucks? Do we need boats? Are people parachuting in? Is there going to be mud wrestling? They're looking at you like, what are we doing? Is we shooting in a prison? Are we hanging upside down in some type of mountain? Is it going to be a fast speed chase? What are we doing? I don't know. So I don't know your price. Ask them 20 questions, right? When they ask you a question, you ask them 20 questions. Well, then we need to sit down and really figure out, what do you mean by a music video? So that way I can give you a price. Because my music videos can range from, they can go up to $1 million depending on what you want. I don't know where we're shooting at. Some amateur can spit out a price for you. I can't, because I shoot stuff that take place in multiple scenes, multiple locations. Are we flying to Dubai? Are we going to have a line of Bentleys swerving and crashing one of them? I don't know what the budget's going to be. I don't know what it's going to cost to shoot what's in your head. However, I am more than happy to providing a solution for the problem that you have. So let's talk about it, right? That's how I would go. That's how I would go do it. CRP Media, good looking out on the super chat. That master course is coming, bro. She says hot here in AZ. It's hot in Texas too. It's hot in Texas too. So ask them questions. And look, this is another tidbit. Remember I told you I was going to save you something if you make them feel a certain way? If you make them feel a certain way, you're going to close the sale. It's going to separate you from other people. Listen, get your pen and paper ready. This is going to be deep. Whenever you're talking to a client, right? Whenever you're on the phone with a client and y'all going back and forth and you're trying to understand their problem, right? When you're in the stage where you notice what their problem is, right? And they're breaking down their problem. Pay attention, because I want you to take their problem and I want you to go through it with a fine-tooth comb. And I want you to ask them questions that make them say this. Because if they say this, you can write a blank. They're going to write you a blank check. If you can make a client say, I never thought about that. I never thought about that. Gosh, I never thought about it. If you can make a client say that, that is my goal, is to make you say that. My goal is to take information that you've given me about something in your industry that you're trying to do and make you think about it, to introduce you to things that you never thought about within your business, because that's going to make me seem like the subject matter expert. It's going to put me on a pedestal way above everybody else that you're talking to. If you have a client say, gosh, let me run that by my boss because I don't know. I never thought about that. You got him. Don't say nothing else. You got him. Tell him where to send the check to, because you got him. You got him. Because the 10 other people they work with didn't make them think about it. They didn't push them to the limits of having to really dive deep into what they're trying to do. And they didn't ask the right questions. When you ask the right questions and you push them, you push their project to another level, and they're like, gosh, I never thought about that. That's when you got them. That's when they know you know your stuff. And when you know your stuff, your price it ain't gonna look like everybody else's price, right? Your price gonna look above. You can be reassuringly expensive, right? It's for instance, I'm about to break it down in the simplest, boringest, most lamest form you can ever think of, right? Remember when you used to get a burger from McDonald's? You was like, let me get a burger. Let me order a burger. Boom, burger. Remember when you went to a place that sold really, 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 really good burgers? And they were like, how do you want that burger prepared? And you like, what? No pickles? Would you like it rare, medium rare, well? And you're like, I never thought about that. I'm just used to eating a burger the way the burgers come in different. Yes. Do you want more rare where you taste blood? Whatever. Or do you want it medium well or well done, and bring out this chart of the meat? There's all my meatitarians out there. You like, what? And you don't want to look stupid because you with your friends and maybe they, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they know and you like, I never thought about that. You ever go somewhere nice to eat and you order something you've been ordering everywhere else, but they bring it to you in a way that's like, you like, huh? Would you like truffle butter, garlic butter? And you're like, I never, A1 sauce on my steak? And they're looking at you like, A1? We don't do A1 here. We only offer an arrangement of butters for your steak. And you looking like, y'all don't put A1 sauce on $100 steaks? Oh, trust me, that'll make them seem like the expert. They will cut you a blank check, because that's why it's important to have your niche down. Know your stuff. You can't go in every business and do that. You can't work with dentists and car washes and go in there with the same level of expertise. You can as far as creating the content, the video, how to expose it, but you can't in offering the solution. And the business is not in the gear no more. I can shoot 75% of the stuff I shoot with an iPhone if they let me, right? The business is offering the solution. Offer the solution. The money, do you want to get that bread up? Offer the solution. If me and you took the same camera and talked to the same guy and you didn't offer the solution and I did, I can charge him 10 times what you're charging him. You can have better gear than me. I told you, there's better filmmakers than me. There's better photographers than me. They don't want to see me on this business stuff. They can go in there and talk ISOs and 4K, 8K, raw, color. We can talk all of that stuff. We can, you can go in there and say all that to the client. You can tell them how you got the only red 16K 48-bit super camera on the planet. They use it to shoot pictures on Mars. Nobody gives a damn. I can tell them how to take $100 and turn it into $1,000 for the price of $900 or whatever. I can tell them how we can help their business grow in whatever issue or area they have, and I will outsell you 1,000 times to 1. John, he said, I reached out to a cyber bar to shoot a video because on IG they made a post that they were big type up post. I told them engagement video would cost, and this is one of 3. I'm waiting for the rest. Is this an Android? Is this how the Androids do? John, so I'm waiting on the rest of that. I want to see the rest of that question because it shows 1 of 3, but I only got 1. Somebody said, enough of this old wine. Bring us the fresh stuff, right? It's just like when you don't know about wine, you're like, give us the new stuff. Bring the box. And they're looking at you like, what? We have some wine from 1500. The Queen of England at the time bottled it herself. I don't want that. Bring me the box. Where the new box at? It's got dust on it. You don't know. You just out here. So something to think about. Okay, wait. John, okay. Is that 2 of 2? Maybe, my bad. 1 or 2. Better way to capture their followers. Like never thought about a video I need to. Okay, so he's saying that he approached a cycle bar to shoot a video for their IG. That would be more engaging. I'm having a little problems with this question because it's split up into 3, but we're gonna figure it out. Okay, so he's saying he brought them a new attention. That he brought them a new idea that they never thought about, and that should be your goal. In your solution, blow their mind. Make them say, "You ever see that meme? What's that meme with my man like?" Yo, if your client is looking like that, your price just went up. Period. Blow their mind. Bring new solutions. Bring something new to the table as a part of their to help their situation, right? Your solution should be mind-blowing and new. And I'm telling you, if you can get a client to say, I never thought about that. I have no idea. Have them look at you like maybe I should have been more prepared. You want a client to kind of feel like they should have been more prepared. But you don't have to be, because I'm here to help you. The solution I provide means you don't got to worry about that compared to the other guys who ain't thinking like that, who just want to point a camera at something and shoot it. So, do you think me being in film school is another way to show value? I'm going to be honest with you, bro. No. Listen, another thing I want to touch on, right? Get your pen and paper ready. Get your pen and let me crack open another Minute Maid because this is deep, right? Let me take a swig real quick. Okay. Right. One way that a lot of people try to show value that fail miserably is by saying, I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been doing this for 15 years. I've been doing this for 20 years, right? Never, ever, 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 ever do that, right? It just doesn't. If you went to a barbershop and you sat in a chair and a guy chair was empty, and he said, I've been cutting hair for 20 years, but his chair is empty. Or the guy next to him was like, I got out of school last week and the guy he's cutting on is faded up. His fade is perfect. His hair is nice. Or you may not get a fade. You may get the scissor cut. I don't know. Wherever you are in the world, however they do hair, you may go to Sport Clips or I don't know. But guy in chair number 1 say he been doing it for 30 years. His chair is empty. Guy number 2 says, I got out of school last week and the guy that's in his chair is the best haircut you ever seen. Who are you going to go to? You're going to go to guy number 2. You don't care how long somebody's been doing it, right? So instead of posting or instead of talking about how long you've been doing it, let's give examples of who you've worked with, how you helped them, right? In your video testimonials, you need to get that story. Don't just say, I work with them. They was good. We got good videos from them. They did our videos good. You don't want them people, man. You want people that talk about a solution, right? You want people that bring up the whole thing, right? You want people to say, this was our problem. This is why we contacted them. And in contacting and in working with them, they were able to resolve our problems in ways we weren't able to even think about. They brought new ideas to the table that caused our results to be greater than we expected. That's a case study. That's what you want. Don't go, I've been doing this video. Because think about it, right? We all know photographers, musicians, rappers, cooks that have been doing whatever they've been doing for 20 years. And they're still trash money, right? Years do, especially when it comes to something artistic like this, years ain't got nothing to do with your ability to do what you can do. Period. But people feel like they're showing value when they say that. In fact, to me, I'm like, bro, you've been doing this for 20 years and you still trash? You've been doing this for 20 years and you still don't got $100,000 red or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been cutting hair for 20 years and you still ain't got no gold clippers? Like, you ain't mastered the game yet? That's how I look at it. Imagine, like, you can put that on anything. You can put that on playing Street Fighter. Somebody, I've been playing Street Fighter for 20 years. And then you whoop their butt and it's like, perfect. And you're like, bro, what have you been doing for 20 years? If this is all you brought to the table. So it can backfire on you. Instead, let's talk about who you've helped, right? My website don't say, if you go to the about section, they may talk about it. But in the beginning, it's not saying we've been in business for 20 years. It's saying we've helped these clients solve their problems using content. We're going to help you do it. Because people care about that way more than they care about how long you've been in business. That's your granddaddy's business model. Established in 1826. And that's back in the day when you had to, like, you got props for surviving, like, you know, the plague and, you know, all of the economy drops and Black Tuesday. You got props for that. Like, man, they survived everything. Like, this must be a good company. They made it through everything. World War II, they survived. Like, I want to do business with this company. Nowadays, this $1 billion companies has been around for 5 years. They do something right. Look at like Uber. Flying Ryan. I tell these guys they need a dope first-person drone pilot to hit me up. He said, I'm also not Fun Films yet, but it's something since it's been a good week so far. What do you say? Good gold? I gotta reread that. Detroit Public Schools. I gotta slow down. He's taking shots at Fun Film. Listen, if you haven't seen Flying Ryan's portfolio, if you see his video portfolio on his page, you will find a reason to need drone work. It's that dope. His video portfolio is dope. If you look at the last How to Build a Website, if you look at the live video on How to Build a Website, you'll see his video. So he said, Tom, finishing up my website for videography as we speak. Should I wait until it's done to bring someone in to help with SEO, or do it now? Wait till it's done because you want to get all of your copy. If the wording is in place, go for it. If the wording is in place, then that's when you want to do. Because listen, whoever did your copyright, whoever did your copy, I'm sorry, not copyright, but whoever did your copy, whoever wrote the stuff that's on your page, if it's you, you may want to have someone come rewrite it in a way to help boost SEO. That'll include certain keywords. That's hot, that's trending, right? I brought in writers to do that because I can explain headshots to you 50 different ways, but there may be a way to explain it to include more keywords to help me rank as a Dallas-based headshot photographer or an Dallas-based executive headshot photographer. So it's something to think about. I would have that written. I would spend a little bread on that. Somebody say, I want to shoot wrestling promos. Is that too small of a niche? No, you just got to make sure you're in an area where you can support. You got a lot of like wrestling teams or wrestling companies. You want to make sure you do that. Fun Film with the super chat for the honorable mention. How the honorable mention gonna outweigh the actual mention when it comes to super chat? Good looking out, Fun Film, man. I always appreciate you. Man, we got people I see every live chat, man. I love to talk to y'all. Y'all keep me motivated. This right here had your whole mouth red. You drink one before you go to sleep, you wake up, you be like, I'm spitting blood. Now you just had a fruit punch last night. I am terrible, bro. I be like laid up with all kind of snacks. I'm a chubby guy, bro. I got snacks everywhere. You know how like gangsters got guns hidden around their house? Yo, I be having like snacks. I'm bound to pop a king size Reese cup pack out of anywhere, bro. Like just, you hear that? No, we ain't even gonna go there. We're gonna stick to showing value today. All right. So something to think about, right? You want to make sure your client is puzzled as far as making sure that you offer a solution and you ask questions to make them have to think more, right? You want to make them, I didn't think about that. I didn't think, you know what I'm saying? So it's something you want to make sure that it's a tool you need to sharpen. Sharpen it on your free demo shoots, right? Okay, CRP Media says orange is the latest supermoon of the year. I like orange. CRP, appreciate you with the super chat. Somebody said, show me a Twix in 20 seconds and I'll do another super chat. I don't got a Twix, man. I'm a Reese's guy, kind of guy. And I ate all my Reese's up. But it's all good. That's why we're not going to be on for 3 hours today because I'm about to go restock. I'm the type of guy who after like Easter, when all the stuff is on sale, yeah, bro, half off, I'm going ham. Put it in a basket. Let's go. Anyway, snacks on snacks on snacks. Okay. Let me see what other questions you guys have on showing value on your website or in your presentation, your pitch, or your portfolio. I'll wait for those questions to come in. While those questions come in, I will enjoy another sip of my fruit punch, my Minute Maid fruit punch over here that I got real quick, you know. You got to put your pinky finger in the air while you enjoy that beverage. It's the classy thing to do. You got to do Reese's in king size, bro, because the regular one is like $169, and then like the king size is like $199. Like, what you going, bro? They knew what they was doing, man. Just give it to me, man. Like, come on. I'm waiting on Reese's to come out with like 6 cups, like a king size. So instead of 4, you got like 6 of them bad boys. Just make it that boy like this long. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. All right. Is turnaround time a big deal? Okay, listen, let's talk about turnaround time when it comes to projects, right? Because I have a standard. I give myself a whole lot of time to do a project. 7 to 10 business days. That's like 2 weeks. If you want it faster, we can make it faster. It's just going to cost a little bit more, right? It's going to cost a little bit more. And sometimes we talk to clients who have strict deadlines and they call us late. Listen, if you use that as an add-on, as something to add on to the bill, right? you can give them that discount and it makes you look better. Hey, our average turnaround time is 7 to 10 days, but we're going to waive that fee for you guys and get it done in 7 days. That makes you look like a good guy. That makes you look better. So it's just something to think about as you move forward. It's just something to think about. It'll help you. It'll help you look better, right? And it's something that they know next time to just, call you guys a little earlier. Reese has value in their brand. Man, a little bit. What if a client sees value but can't afford you right now, Flying Ryan? I love that question. Okay, so what happens if clients see value but cannot afford you? A few things happen. One, we can offer financing, which if you go through SquarePay, they offer finance. You can definitely offer finance. Two, that's perfect. I'm okay with that. Everybody wants a Lamborghini, but people can't afford a Lamborghini, right? But as soon as you get your hands on some money, you go run down there and get a Lamborghini. You just go buy it. It's like a Mercedes. You just feel good to have it. Soon as you get that job, you're going to go run and do it. Now, as a business owner, you could, depend on how far they are from where your price structure, you could offer them a discount if you feel nice. If not, everybody can't do business with you, bro. Everybody can't afford a Maserati right now. That's what makes them unique, because you don't see them everywhere. So it's just something to think about. Somebody said diabetes on diabetes on diabetes. You ain't never lying. Do I ever mention that I am the owner? I never mention that I am the owner. I never mention that I am the owner. Ever. Why? Because people like to negotiate with the owner. I didn't have people be like, well, is this the best you can do on the price? I'd be like, let me call my boss and see. Boss, stop screaming at me, please, sir. Please, they asked me to ask you, sir. Stop screaming, sir. Hey, I'm sorry. That's the best we can do on the price, buddy. We can stay an extra 3 hours, but that's the price. Because people will negotiate with you. They'll try to negotiate with you every time. If you walked into Walmart and the Walton family was at the register, you'll be like, look, bro, I know this gum $3, but what if I gave you $2.50? It's just what people do. So I never revealed that I'm the owner. Even there's been times where I had somebody hit the van one time, right? Car accident. And they wanted to negotiate with me. Like, man, maybe we can. And I got a camera. I got everything captured. I know what you did. I'm not the owner. Here, I'll give you some email address that'll forward to me anyway. But I'm not the go. Man, we'll just cut you a check right here and there, buddy. And we can, nope. So I never usually reveal that I'm the owner. I am a creative director. I never reveal that I am the owner. So that's just me. I was going to ask about the contract pack email, call objection, but this helped. Yeah, contract pack. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what question this is, but this is about showing value. If you got a question about that, I can answer. Let me see. Somebody said, I do conceptual portrait photography with compositions to offer both custom outfits, custom props. Should I focus more on the expenses or experience of shooting with me since the client? What do you offer different than anybody else? Right? Mix that in their solution. Mix what you offer different and mix it in solution. Richie's made a 2-foot long block a while ago, but it scares me. I ain't never seen that, bro. Let me see. I've never seen a story brand model. I've never seen a story brand model. Somebody said, can you show value to a client with a below par camera? I got original Blackmagic. Yeah, of course. Listen, your camera has nothing to do with your ability to show value. Show value in your ability to tell a story. Show value in understanding who their target audience is. I don't care what you got. Camera-wise, it don't matter, right? That's just a feature and benefit. The feature is, if you got the original Blackmagic camera, the feature is you're shooting with a cinema camera. The benefit is they'll get movie-like quality. I don't care what you shooting with. That don't matter. That's just not a strong point. Somebody else can come in behind you and be like, we have a red. We're shooting in 6K. What's the benefit to me? The benefit is what? It looks, the resolution is higher. Well, this guy is shooting with a movie camera too, so he can tell a story better than you can. So I don't care about your resolution. And you can, clients don't need a crazy 12K image. They need really a 720p, 1080p at the max image. They want speed when it comes to streaming. Don't nobody got time to stream a 4K image unless you are at home on your computer watching something that requires you to pay attention to detail. It's not going to happen. I know I know plenty of production companies that don't own cameras, right? They know what their cost is to hire somebody to do it. They have a go-to team and they'll negotiate a $10,000 deal and they know they can get it shot for $2,000 and they'll send in their team to do it. There's been times where production companies from different states will say, hey, we need you to cover this event as us and we'll pay you blah, blah, blah. Okay. I shot something for TV One. They were doing a documentary on, I think, Kirk Franklin or something. And they needed me. We rented an Airbnb. We went out and rented an Airbnb. The producers flew into town. And the producers came into town. We filmed it. You would have thought I was a part of his crew, but I wasn't. They needed Sony. At the time I was shooting FS5. They shot everything with FS7s and F55s and the Venice and all of that. So they were looking for something in S-Log. And we showed up, me and another cameraman that was on my team. He was on my staff. We showed up and we filmed one of the members who was like longtime friends with Kirk Franklin or whatever. We filmed it. We put everything on a hard drive for them to leave with, and we peace out. They literally flew in that morning, flew out that night. It was a 2-hour shoot. And I mean, it was what it was. It was an Airbnb, the location we shot it in, they'd had all that booked, and it was what it was. And you're right. The original Blackmagic is not under par. The pocket cinema camera is not under par. The main thing is, you said, is photo composites using Photoshop. I mean, you have to develop your own style, right? And why your style will help them more than others. Because it's not a lot. See, you live in a world where you see a lot of people that offer that, but they don't, right? So you need to develop a value proposition that uniquely talks about what makes you different. Everybody's doing that in your world. In their world, they probably only found 1 or 2 guys that can do it. And the more niche you are, the less competition you have. There's less people you got to defeat. If you're doing senior portraits, you got 1,000 people that do senior portraits. If you do senior portraits underwater, who is your competition? And that's just a crazy niche. If you do senior portraits with horses, who is your competition? Or with animals, who is your competition? If you do senior portraits that do maybe a lifestyle shot, let's say you do lifestyle shots of future careers. Let's say you develop an image where on half the image, they're standing with their gown and cap on, and the other half of their image, they're leaning on the person in a uniform of whatever they want to be or going to school for. So like they have a doctor's robe and they're leaning, you know what I'm saying? You got to create something unique and offer that. This is something to think about. White labeling, yeah, all the time. So it's just something to think about when it comes to showing value. Let me put this other one back on the screen. Boom, because we trying to, oh man, I got too much stuff on the screen right now. So it's just something to think about when it comes to showing value. When it comes to offering a solution, you want to build your brand around offering a solution using digital content. If you do photo and video, you create digital content. You're not a photo or video guy. You create content because everybody needs content, right? You can get someone on your staff to do writing and you can offer blog content with unique pictures or video. It's all about content. Content is king. And what I tell you last time, content is the new crack. Everybody with a phone has a crack pipe. Everybody with a watch or a screen or a monitor, these are crack pipes. These are the new crack pipes. I got 2 of them. I got 2 big crack pipes right here, right? And because you can create content, you're the new drug dealer. Keep that in mind. So that's something you want to make sure you definitely do. Any camera will work. An iPhone will work. I promise you. I shoot stuff with an iPhone all the time. And people are like, where did you shoot that with? Where you take your camera? I didn't. I use my iPhone. When I go on vacation, I'm not lugging my A7R3 or a 5D. Nope. I'm taking my cell phone. Period. Unless I want to go and capture something crazy. I'll take my Osmo. I love my Osmo Mini. It's a freaking beast. So, he said new niches should be filed inside bank vaults so no one else can see if it works correctly. I mean, if you're the only one in that area, you're the only one in that area. How do you push back on clients to have bad ideas? Oh man, I like this question. 2 ways, right? It depends how, it's 2 severity levels, right? It depends how bad the idea is and how bad they want to stick with it, right? Sometimes I shoot it. I say, hey, I don't think this is, hey, well, this is how I'll shoot it, but I'm going to charge you more to fix it because you hired us for 2 hours. We're going to shoot for 2 hours. And I'll give you an example. I work with a company who, I'm not going to get into who that company was, but they had sold something to, they do B2B sales, and they had sold something to a butcher. Not necessarily a butcher, but a business that offers a meat market, right? That butcher animals, And this particular item they had sold to the owner, which was the dad. Let's say, Senior, Bob Senior. Well, we were supposed to go out and shoot a testimonial from Bob Senior about why he liked this product that he bought. So Bob Senior wasn't available. Bob Jr. was available, right? Bob Jr. wasn't really there for the whole transaction. Bob Jr. wasn't really great at speaking on camera. Bob Jr. didn't have the experience with the sales rep that Bob Sr. had. Immediately, I pulled the producer, which was not really technically a producer, but she was in charge of seeing the project through with her brand to see that she got this testimonial. I put her to the side and say, hey, you sure you want to do this? This guy don't really know it. Oh, we'll feed him. He'll be good. Blah, blah. You sure? Yeah. Okay. We get Bob Jr. on tape. Bob Jr. he's not that fluent. I just think he was just froze. I was able to get the word out of it, but then I have to edit it and make it work and yada, yada, yada. You sure? Yeah, we're going to stick with, okay. Bob Jr. talk, and we just want to, whatever. Finish the project. I edited the project, sent it back, right? The best you can do. And I'm trying to show as much B-roll as possible because we're slicing and dicing every word to squeeze them together to make his sentences sound natural. Because he's literally like, when I go to a clip of him, he's literally like, we always use this product. We like it. Yeah? Like, what? Are you asking me or telling me? I don't know. So it didn't have a lot of him. I may have gotten a sentence out of it of him that I used, and the rest was just tons of B-roll. Now, the problem with that is people are coming to see testimonials from your company, and you're showing cows hanging and meat hanging, and that may offend people who are PETA supporters or vegetarians or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see cow bodies all day or pigs going into the slaughterhouse. They just don't want to see that. That may offend them. And we had to reshoot it, right? We had to reshoot it. Me and that client bumped heads a little bit because they wanted me to reshoot it for free. Hell no. We're going to charge you another rate to come back out. And we're going to charge you another rate to edit it because we provided a finished copy of this video. You chose to move forward with that. Now, we may do it at a discount if we want to, but I'm not taking a hit on that labor-wise. When you sat there, when I sat there, and you watched it like I watched it, and I even tapped you on the shoulder and say, hey, you sure this is what you want? Yeah. So let them, warn them. But if they want to move forward, play at your own risk. All right, a few more questions, and I'm Audi 5,000. Some of y'all remember that. Some of y'all don't. All right, I was thinking about trying in-person sales. Would it matter to bring a MacBook Pro or a Windows laptop on trying to show the brand value, or does it not matter? It don't matter. I usually bring an iPad. It don't matter to show video. A tablet works because you're just showing video. Is it possible to have no competition and no client niche? Yeah. Where else can you go? Think about my industry, right? Where else can you go to learn more business for photography and videography? Who is my competition? Like, who directly competes with FlashFilm Academy? Very little, right? It's not really very little. I know because the reason I created it is because I couldn't find help. I couldn't find these questions, right? I couldn't find the information that I needed to do this. I had to bump my head and scrape my knees. I couldn't find it. It just wasn't there. So yeah, sometimes you may be in a niche where there's no competition. And there may be other companies in your area that do it, but nobody specializes in it. That's why I tell you and push you guys to specialize. Yeah, man, thank you for the super chat. So that's why I tell you guys to be a specialist. Don't be Walmart. Be a specialist. You know, somebody said, I'll shoot everything on mobile. Keep doing it. What is your opinions on clients that keep coming back to work with you, but expecting the same charge to apply months later after sending a proposal? My proposals, I use Proposalify. They expire after a certain amount of time, right? They expire after a certain amount of time. However, my price change is not going to be significantly different. That's a problem if you start off as the cheap guy, right? And back then you were doing it for $50. Now you're doing it and you want $500. It's hard to jump to that. Back then I was doing it for $500. Now the price is $550, $569, something like that. Fun film, good looking out. No competition for FlashFilm Academy tags. So you want to make sure that, you know, on your proposals, depending on what platform you use, you may want to include an expiration date. You may want to have this proposal is good for 30 days. A lot of people do. But that's, you know, I use that really as a reason to push people to buy now. So something you want to think about. Terrence say, I listen to you so much, especially about the niche part. I love wedding photography, but the niche part is killing me. What type of weddings do you like shooting? Right? Your niche could be a religion. Your niche could be outdoors. Your niche could be big church only. Your niche could be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't have to be, it can be whatever you want it. Listen, one thing is very important when I talk about having a niche. I'm not saying turn down other money. I'm not saying, nope, we don't do that. I'm saying my focus is this. My focus is corporate headshots. If you want a headshot for your Facebook page, I will take your money. If you want a headshot for your whatever page, I will take your money. But marketing and presenting my brand will be based off of this. You know what I'm saying? Pepsi sell Pepsi for you to drink while whatever, hanging out at the beach or with your meal. If you decide that you want to drink Pepsi for New Year's in a champagne bottle, they will still take your money. They just focus on one thing. Gatorade is, look at Gatorade as in this, right? It's focused on athletes. But if you want to drink Gatorade and just be a lazy bum on the couch and drink Gatorade and eat Doritos, they will still take your money. Still take people's money, but have a niche. Gatorade only go after sports people, right? They love it. I drink Gatorade on days where I do nothing. It's just hot. And I feel like it'll quench your thirst. They still going to take my money. So still be, you know, you still want to accept clients, but you have a niche. You have a target audience that you're going after. I will take all low hanging fruit between here and my target audience any day. When I start messing up words, I got to drink. Could my niche be cinematic videos for African? Yes, that's a great niche. Cinematic videos for African-American weddings. Okay, I would take the African-American part off and just do cinematic videos, but make a little twist. What kind of cinematic videos? Cinematic videos where we focus on telling a story. I like to tell a story. I'm gonna give you my tip on wedding videos. When I shoot wedding videos, I like to film the story. I like to film the audio of how they met and overlay that onto the wedding story until we get to the point where they're saying, I do. That's just my thing. So that your niche would be telling the story in a cinematic way. Creative reflections. Good looking out on the super chat. Are you planning to do a meetup? I would definitely be interested. When the channel grow a little more, I will definitely be looking into it. I've been asked to do some speaking that I'm interested in, but I'm waiting to hear more with the virus and everything. All of that stuff is kind of dead in the water. Is it a good idea to have multiple websites if you want multiple niches? That is the best idea. That is the best idea. Pepsi has 50 brands. However, if you go to Pepsi.com, they're only showing Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Pepsi Zero, Cherry Pepsi. You're not going to learn nothing about none of their other brands on Pepsi.com, even though they're owned by Pepsi. Put your niches on different sites. So got to find your niche. It's not about what you love. It's about what you can do well and what it is a little bit about what you love, right? Your niche should be something you can do every day. Your niche should be something you want to do every day, something that you can speak about and be intelligent when you talk about it, right? My niche is not how to shoot night scenes during the day. I've only done it once or twice. I can't talk to you and give you tips you haven't heard on shooting night scenes during the day. It's just not my thing. I've done it. I like doing it because I just like filming, but it's not my thing, right? I love the business side of what we do. I do it every day. I love it every day. So that's why that's my niche. If somebody called me and said they want to shoot a night for day, I'm not going to turn their money down. I'm going to show up and shoot it. That's just me. Cinematic wedding for rich African Americans. Yeah, just do cinematic wedding for rich Americans. Money ain't got a color. Money is green. So, so different LLC for different niches. You don't have to. You can do DBAs under your LLC. You don't have to. I've had FlashFilm Media, and it also covered FlashFilm Weddings, FlashFilm Photo Booths, FlashFilm Academy. Even though FlashFilm Academy is now separate, but still something to think about. How do you tell stories? I tell stories using examples, real life examples. Using how I tell stories by saying, hey, I had a client who had a problem and they came to us and we fixed that problem by doing A, B, and C, and the results of them choosing us and us fixing their problems equals X. And now that client has the money or whatever to continue to grow their business, and they call us every month to do more. That's how I tell a story. My niche is making contest content for FlashFilm, Fun Film, man. Thanks for the super chat. We got to work on that. We got to work on that contest. It's coming. I just got so much. I'm getting hit with so much. And streaming is big now. Like, streaming is big right now. If you got a camera and you can stream, you should be getting some money coming in right now. Right now, you got a lot of mom and pop shops that in some states can open up to 25% capacity, right? A lot of places don't know that the stores are open, that they have, companies should be creating content on what they're doing to keep you safe if you decide to be one of them people that came back in and ate, right? I went to Chili's the other day, sat down and ate. Things are different. No ketchup on the table. Menus are disposable. But what's weird is the computer that you pay on is the same one that's on the table all day, but that's a whole nother discussion. So the world is operating differently, right? You need to create or help companies create content to explain what's different. The fact that they're open, the fact that you can still go have, lunch or dinner. Like one of my favorite places is IHOP, right? I just like their coffee. I'm gonna probably be the old guy in IHOP with a laptop. It's just me. I didn't know they were open today. I just rolled past there and saw somebody sitting in there and almost tore up my truck trying to get over there because it's just my spot. I'm just that old guy. So I didn't know they were open. Had their social media or something said it, I would have known sooner. Something to think about. CRP Media. Could you clone one site and change pics for a niche? Hell yeah. Yup. Don't work harder, work smarter. You can clone it and change some text. It can look just like it and change a little color. Yep. All day, every day. How can videographers use coronavirus to make money? It's a lot of ways. Like I said, streaming. It's a lot of companies that are in business that are looking to offer they're still trying to make money. They're trying to bring people in. What are these companies doing to stay safe? Even if they're doing delivery orders, how about we create a video showing the steps you take to make sure that my food is safe and prepared in a corona-free environment, and how safe and covered my food is until it gets to my doorstep. They need those videos. You need to be pitching that. That's their problem. Listen, right now, the problem that every small business is having right now. They don't even got to tell you their problem. You know their problem, right? It's up to you to offer a solution. You have the advantage right now. I know what their problem is. I know what every single mom and pop in my area, what their number one problem is. I know what's hurting them right now. They're not selling what they were selling. They're not making the money they were making. They're not bringing in the clients they were bringing in. I have that in my pocket. I know half of your playing cards right now. You should be able to offer them a solution. If your solution is we got a camera, we shoot videos, we shooting videos, you're not going to make it because it's not a solution. But you have the advantage. You know what their problem is. You know how to fix it. You know how using content to fix it. You know the benefit of content and what it can do in closing sales and how it can increase things for them. You know the benefit of social media and what a great video or great images for their Instagram will do for them. You know these things. You know where they're hurting at right now, right? Offer the solution. Approach them with a solution. You know it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, somebody said Mexican restaurants on Cinco de Mayo was packed. Yeah, they were. Because people were sneaking out their house to see, and they open, let's go. So, you got to go for it. He says, yeah, you definitely want to go for it. Automotive filmmakers, photographers. What type of automotive? Are you talking selling? You talking about repair guys? Repair guys, big. Repair guys is big right now. Repair guys, everybody needs work on cars all the time, especially now. You talking about selling vehicles? It is a buyer's market right now. It's not even a seller's market. It's a buyer's market right now. So just make sure your pictures stand out because people will buy from you if they got the right stuff. So that's something to think about. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you should be building a portfolio that speaks to your ability to provide solutions. That's one of the key things. When you look in here, let me post this again. When you take that course, we talk about providing that solution, how to show your ability to provide that solution. That's what you should be doing. A lot of people don't have success because they don't provide solutions. They're like, we got cameras, we can shoot it, we can show up. Man, I got this dual native ISO. This bad boy got 2 gigs of RAM, and I got the slider. They don't care. They don't care about that. We do. We live in that world. They don't care about that, bro. They care about how you can help them make more money. Period. Go in there talking money to a business owner, you got his attention. Go in there talking money to a business owner, you got his attention. How can I make you more money? Help me help you, right? Do it. Would I have them do a testimonial? Yes, I have all my clients do testimonials. I'll take a pay cut to get a testimonial because I know what it's going to do for me. I'll take 10% off, 5% off to get a testimonial. I usually get it right while I'm right there all the time. You always want to get testimonials. So, you want to shoot old cars. There are dealerships that specialize in just old cars. They would love new video for old cars. Trust me. So it's just things like that. You got to be more, you got to offer the solution. If you're not thinking about the solution, you're not in the right place. You're thinking about just the content. Think about the solution. All right, guys, we've been on for what? Where's my timer at? An hour and a half, exactly. An hour and a half. We're getting ready to wrap it on up. So before we wrap up, I want to say what I say a lot, but I actually mean it every time I say it. I want to thank you for your support. Those who decide to stick with the channel, I know we've been hit or miss a little bit, but we got a lot of stuff going on. We got a lot of stuff coming. And I want to thank you for your support, especially my regulars that's in here every time. And those who caught the live feed for the first time, I want to thank you for your support as well, and everybody in between. All my members, much love to you. You guys got some content coming. And in the future, these live videos, they may only be, if you catch them live, that's fine, but they may only be available to live members in the future, some of them, especially when we talk about looking at websites. If you are a gold member, please don't forget to submit your website and your project. So next time we go live, we can go ahead and we can look at what you guys are doing, and we can, help you improve on it. All right. So again, listen. I know it's a billion YouTubers and you could be anywhere else but here, but I really, really, really appreciate you guys. You guys make this so much fun, and you make it so much worth it. You make it so worth it. It's nice to have a niche that wasn't there before, that people love and appreciate, and you can continue to be you in front of people. So I want to thank you all. Please like, share, subscribe, the stuff that all the YouTubers say. And I will see you guys in the next video. All right. Keep your head up, grind, stay safe. Don't go around your grandma too much. You know what I'm saying? But if you do go around her, hug her and hug your parents, because people are not, it's just rough. Trust me, it's hit my family. It's been close and far at the same time. So it's just something to think about. All right. All right, guys. I will see you all in the next video.